Hi, it's Michelle from Honest and Truly, and today we're here to talk advent calendars because when I was growing up, this is what I had. It's, the general, very thin chocolate squares, and you open up each square as you go. But I'm obsessed by advent calendars and I have a bunch of favorites. And this year, you might be able to hear my kittens in the background, sorry, fostering kittens is fun. I found a bunch of my favorites. So I'm going to walk through some of them, what they are, because I highly recommend you get them. I do have an article that actually has the links for each one of them. So if you want to buy them, go ahead and get them. Because the one cool thing about these advent calendars is that they don't just need to be open December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd, but they make great holiday gifts as well, so that you can purchase them throughout the season, actually give them as gifts, which is, maybe what I might do a little bit. So Give Them Beer is one company, and they've got a whole bunch of different kinds of advent calendars. So I have 3 different ones from Give Them Beer here that I'll talk to you about. So one of them is sparkling wine. Not beer, is it? That's kind of the thing. So while the name is givethembeer.com, they actually have a lot of other things that are not beer related for those of us, me, who are not beer people. So for this one, it's 12 different sparkling wines, and you just go in, pop this out, reach in, and then you have a little mini split here that's good enough for 1 or 2, depending upon how you serve them, bottles of sparkling or glasses of sparkling wine. So there are all different ones. They're from places I've heard of, haven't heard of, and so forth. And that is a really cool one that we've got on tap. Then on the flip side, not alcohol at all, Give Them Beer again has the 12 Days of Pickle. So same kind of concept. It's got the cardboard top that is kind of the punch-in open. And each one, I originally thought was going to be different pickles because, pickles are great. We love pickles, right? Everyone loves pickles. But no, you pop this open, and in each one, there are different things in there. So this one, number 2, is dill pickle seasoning and actually dill pickle shot of juice for you to enjoy. A pickle pop, in fact, so maybe you freeze it and eat it. I think I might just drink it as is because, yes, I do like pickled juice. So that's one example. And then if you look in number 7, this one is a pickle sport drink. There are pickle flavored nuts and snacks and all different things. So it's not just pickles. And yes, there is a pickle in here somewhere as well. So that is that one. Then we're going to go to another one from from Give Them Beer. And this is the 12 Days of Tequila. So it is, again, pop tops on top. Each one has a different tequila that's inside there. So let's see if we can open one easily. Number 4, sounds like a good one. So for example, this is a tequila blanco. There are all of the 3 different styles of tequila. They're all kind of about this size, which is the perfect size to taste, test, see what you like, what you don't like, and then go from there. So that is all of the different tequilas. Again, if we open up another one of these, this one is Horton's. So it's a Reposado. So like I said, it's got the Reposado, the Blanco, and I don't know why I'm blanking on the 3rd type of tequila. It's been a day, that's all I can say. But all of these different ones have different bottles in there. So there's different styles, different flavors, different manufacturers of the tequila, so that you can try out all of these different things and see what it is that you like best. So those are the 3 that I have from givethembeer.com. They have a ton of different options as well if this is something that you're interested in. So I've got another set, and this is all from different spaces and places, but I want to talk to you about them. This one is the Meliora Forever. And this is, again, they've got several different options. This is for vodka or champagne. They are cocktail mixers, basically, and they create instant cocktails. They have it for vodka or champagne. They also have it for several other different alcohols, depending upon what you like. But you go ahead, open this up, and again, each day, you just pop it open and there's something different inside. So for example, go ahead and open this one here. They come like this. So it's this little tube and you can kind of see it's got two what looks like sugar cubes inside here. So you take these 2 cubes and you're going to muddle them with warm water just to kind of break them up and get them all mixed up and so forth. And then after you do that, you go ahead and add your vodka or your champagne to that mixture, and you have your cocktail. It's truly that simple, and there's all different flavors on there. It actually lists what the flavors are on the back so you can read them. So it's everything from partridge in a pear tree, which I think is adorable, 7 swans a swimming, that is peach, mango, Woodford Reserve, and peach bitters. So you got all of these different themes and so forth in here. Tastes delicious. I actually made one of them up, but of course, I'm not going to show you the cocktail itself, but trust me, it's good. It's good enough for 1 big cocktail or 2 smaller cocktails, depending upon if you want to share them or how you want to do that. So the next one, this one, oops, upside down, right here, slides right out of its package. This one is from Adagio. This is their 24 days of tea, as you can see. So they have this for loose leaf tea as well as bag tea, depending upon your preference. And they also have caffeinated as well as decaffeinated teas. So when you open this up, you can see there are all 24 different windows. And then when I go ahead and pop a random one open, you come out and you got the actual tea right here. So I have the loose leaf tea. So this is white sangria, and it has the ingredients on the back as well as the steeping instructions, because depending upon what kind of tea you have, there are different ways you actually want to steep it for different lengths of time and sometimes different temperatures and so forth. So again, you can kind of hear this is a loose leaf tea, and there are 24 different ones in here. So this is perfect for a tea lover. And like I said, yes, it's an advent calendar, so you think about opening 1 each night, but at the same time, this also makes a really great gift if you want to go ahead and do it that way. Next up, this is one that I give to my son every single year. So I can't open this because this is going to be a gift that I purchased for my son. This is the Star Wars Lego Advent Calendar. And inside, again, you've got all of the different doors, and there's a minifig behind each door. So he loves this. I've given this to him for either his birthday, because it's October, or Christmas every single year since I don't even know when, and he loves it every year. So Lego has these for Star Wars, they've got them for Lego City, they've got them for Harry Potter, they've got them for Disney, they've got them for fill in the blank, and you're gonna be able to find one that is something that fits with you. Next up, this is from DM Snacks. So this is a snack box. This is lots of nuts and snack mixes and so forth. There are 24 different days. You go ahead and slide this off, and then you're going to slide off the next layer, because of course you can't just have the one. And then this one is 2 separate pieces, so they completely separate, but they also go together and look pretty. So they're solid enough to stand up on their own, as you can see. And then inside each one of these is a different snack and so forth. So you can go ahead and we'll just pop open the first one, and they come in these little silver bags. So you can see it's a decent sized snack, and we have someone who wants to come help me. That's one of the foster kittens, by the way. That is your snack. So it's a decent size amount for you to enjoy without feeling like you can't finish it or it's so small that you're not satisfied either. So that is what they have. There's different snacks, and then again, on the back of this lists each one of the snacks. So if you want to cheat and know what they are ahead of time, you can go ahead and do that. And in fact, when you take it all the way off, it actually lists out what the different ones are on each day, so you can follow what they are. So as you can see, there are buttery bliss bites on one day. There is a jalapeno pop peanuts another day. There's beer cheese crunch sticks. There's ranch pop ranch pop bites. So all different things, lots of snacks that I've never had before, which is kind of fun because I get to try new things. But this is a great one if you've got a snack lover in your life, or if you just want a little pick-me-up in the middle of the day. So this one is another one. This is from DM Snacks. I'm just gonna put this here so that I don't lose the individual pieces. And then, of course, the Bon Mama. This is probably one that you've seen or heard about before. So I love this one. Each year it's a little bit different, but they are mini jam jars and preserves jars. So you open this up, and then it's got the designs here, and then all of these boxes within. So if we go ahead and open up the box, which by the way, I do love that these are boxes, because if I wanted to, I could refill this with something else another year or another time. But you go ahead, open up your box, and it pops out. And then you can see it is a small jam-sized jar. So this is big enough that I can enjoy this a few times with my toast, with my bagels. I could actually make little desserts with this as well, depending upon what I wanted to do. But it's 24 different flavors that you can really enjoy. This one is fig cardamom spread, which is a delicious one, but not one that I necessarily am going to go out and buy immediately a huge jar of, but it lets me taste things and see what it is that I really like about them. And again, like the other ones, when you take it and flip it around, you can get the sneak peek, so you know exactly what you're getting inside there and see what is in each one of your little boxes. So I've got another stack of advent calendars over here that I really enjoy and can't wait to eat all of and drink all of and enjoy all of. If you notice, a lot of these are aimed at adults. Not all of them, but a lot of them are, because we kind of had that advent calendar that I showed you before growing up, and now we're ready for something a little bit different. So, good example of that, as I try not to sneeze, is the Door County advent calendar. So this is coffee, Door County coffee. I somehow, having grown up in Minnesota and spent, I don't even know how long since I've lived in Chicago, had never been to Door County. I don't know how or why I never went, but I hadn't until this spring. When I was there, went to Door County Coffee, and it was so good I had to go back a second time on another day and make a specific effort to get there. It's one of the best coffees I've ever had in my life. They are a small woman-owned business. They buy really high quality beans and then they roast them on site. And they've got good regular coffee, but then they also flavor their coffee, but they flavor it while it's roasting. So it's not something that tastes fake and chemically and not quite there. I really, really enjoy their flavored coffees as well. In fact, they've got coffee flights that they do that are 4 different coffees that are flavored with some theme, and that may have been the highlight of my trip, one of the highlights of my trip while I was there. Anyway, Door County Coffee has an advent calendar, so of course I had to get that as well. Inside each one of these is a bag of coffee, and it will go ahead and brew an entire pot of coffee. Again, they've got options for both caffeinated and decaffeinated depending upon what you need. And then you just go ahead and open up one of these boxes here, and this just gives you an idea. So this is what is inside. It's, again, like I said, enough coffee to brew an entire pot, so you can really enjoy it. This one happens to be the black and tan flavor, but there are all different ones in here, and different flavors, and lots of fun to have over the holiday season. Again, this is another one that makes a great gift. And on the back, you have all of the list of what they are. So it's everything from their breakfast blend, which is fine, to candy cane, cherry cream, which actually I had when I was there and it was fantastic. One of my favorites all around. Espresso martini, Jingle Bell Java. There's just a lot of different options out there for you to enjoy with the Door County Coffee Company Advent Calendar. So again, staying on the adult theme here, you have your 12 nights of cocktails. So these ones are, again, small business based out in Oregon, and inside here is 12 different cocktails. So they're ready to drink. They are all fascinating flavors, and you can actually go online and get more details about everything that goes into them and how they're made and the flavoring and how to drink them. They've actually got some pairings too within here. So you can see the different 12 flavors. So it's everything from an old fashioned to Cosmos, Mai Tai, the bee's knees, and so forth. And again, you're just going to open up each one of these little boxes here. We'll pop those open for you to show you. And then it comes out and it's a little can right here. All you have to do is pop the top, depending upon what it is, serve it over ice, chill it, whatever the case is. It has all of the ingredients on the back, so you can see the different ingredients in there. This one is whiskey, accompanying Mari, gold liqueur, bittersweet liqueur, and lemon juice. And it tells you you're going to chill, shake the can, and serve it straight up. And then it tells you how to garnish it and give it a twist with lemon. So again, this is the Straightaway 12 Nights of Cocktails. Straightaway Cocktail Company based in Oregon. They've got some really cool stuff. So that is another one, depending upon who you're gifting it to, with 12 Nights of Cocktails. Again, this doesn't have to be December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd. This makes a fantastic gift. And then of course, Wicked. The Wicked for Good just came out. There are all sorts of tie-ins. I loved the movie Wicked. I know there's a lot of other people do too. This is from Comforte Chocolates. It is a small high-end chocolate shop based in California. And then this is their Wicked chocolates. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. It's got some beautiful designs to it as well. And then these are all of the boxes that have the chocolates in there. And actually, even just opening that, I can smell the chocolate, like the really good chocolate coming out of it. And I'm super excited. This has all of the different chocolates that are in here, so you can see what the flavors are. So there's everything from the Good Witch, which is vanilla and honey, to Sorcery Spice, which is a spiced creme brulee, to the Yellow Brick Road, which is a caramel honeycomb. And you've got all these different ones in here. So we're gonna go ahead and open up one of these. Maybe if I can make it open. Here's this gorgeous, gorgeous little chocolate. You can see it's got the decoration. So this is the Tap to Bubble Strawberry Rhubarb, and you can see that it's decorated with bubbles. So each one has some decor from Wicked for Good on it, as well as the actual different flavors. So you can tell what you're getting on the different places. So this is a really, really cool Wicked for Good. Again, this is from Capertes Chocolatier in California. So you can order this one online as well. And this is a high-end chocolate, not the same kind of thing as what it was when you were a kid. But again, it's, you know, chocolate calendar. I can eat this whenever I want. This is a great gift. Put it under the tree, give it for Hanukkah, whatever the case may be, but it's another really fun one. This one is actually aimed at kids. So this is the Little People Big Dreams Advent Calendar. So yes, it's an advent calendar, but this is something you can use all year long. So they have it tied on the side, and you just untie this, and then you open it up, and then in each one of these pockets is a little book that tells the story of someone who is famous and what they're famous for. So we'll just pull one of them out to give you an idea. I will say the print in these books is a little bit small, but that's okay. We can read things that are a little bit small because this book is actually pretty thick. You can see there's a whole lot of pages in here, and it's not just a quick little story. So this one is about Katherine Johnson. So Katherine Johnson, she loved to learn, especially when it involved numbers. As she was an adult, she was the first Black woman to go to her university. She worked as a teacher and homemaker before becoming a mathematician at NASA, which you might remember that movie that featured her as well. So each one of them, they have fully illustrated on every single page, and then they've got the text that has the story, and it goes through their lives from childhood. Again, every page is fully color illustrated. When she's in university, talks about things that she did in her life, what made her different and amazing, and so forth, and how she lived it. So this is kind of one of those inspiring kinds of things. And then at the very back, as you can see, this gives a little bit more of just the factual biographical information. So if you or your child wants to know more, this has that information there. So it's a fun thing. I like the fact that you can actually enjoy this not just one time at the holidays, but you can take this and have this sitting up in your kids' reading room, and just every night pull out a different one of these books and read it at bedtime, read it during the day, and enjoy this all year long. This is not just a one-time thing to open, enjoy, and then be done with it. And then we have the Woobles. So when my kids went to college, I taught myself how to crochet. And I don't have the patience to make even socks or blankets or hats or anything. I wanted to make the little amigurumi, which are the little animal crochet things. And that's what the Woobles focuses on. And it's all crocheting that is designed for beginners, which makes it super fun. So this is their toy workshop. So when you open it up, you have more and more and more, and it just kind of keeps going. And then as you put the different pieces together, this workshop actually gets filled up. So in here, this says open me first. This is where you're going to have a special hook for your a holiday themed crochet hook. It's got some little tools and so forth in here, as well as a tin to keep your I can't think of what they're called, the little round doodads that you put to mark what your line you're on, so that you don't be like me and make 28 of something in a row instead of doing 26 because you weren't counting and you weren't paying attention. But in each one of these is different little crochet projects and some other special gifts too. So for example, there are 4 full-size figures and then accessories, and then there are also different little toys and gadgets. So we're going to pull this one out and open this up. And again, I love the packaging and how it has all the different things in here. And this is the Woobles kit. So this is one of the full-size ones. So it has all the yarn that you need and all of the other information in here, as well as another crochet hook in case you lost the one you had before. And also dig all the way in here. This is the instructions. So it's exactly how you're going to go ahead and make this, and this shows what it is, which is a cute little beaver. So that is in there. And then, oh, it's actually started for me too. So they started the magic circle, which is kind of nice. So I can just keep going instead of having to do the magic circle. Of course, magic circle is one of the things I actually can do really well. But these are the little doodads that I was talking about that you want to put into the tin so that you don't lose those pieces as you go. So there's these, and then there's some little things, like there's a little guy who's in a plastic car that's kind of a toy that kind of goes along with it, but all sorts of different things in the Woobles. So I'm super excited. This is my project that I will be working on every day in December to create something new. So again, I love the display of it. I love this whole piece of it. And then I'm gonna have some really fun crochet projects that I've done. So let me go grab the next set of things for you. So I don't necessarily want to say that I've saved the best for the last, but I've kind of saved the biggest for the last. So these last 3 are all bigger ones. And this one is going to be from Wall Street Journal Wines. So this is a online wine club. They've got all different options in that online store that they have. You can purchase those, but then these are also wines that you can try with the Wall Street Journal's wine. So it's wsjwines.com. It does also include a package or a little booklet on the side that walks through what the different wines are. So you can open this up and you can see exactly what you're getting. So the one thing that's a little bit different is that a lot of the alcohol ones tend to have 12. This has a full 24 different wines. So you can see all the different ones that are on here. There is 1 rosé, there is 1 sparkling on the last day, and then everything else is red or whites. A lot of varieties that I might not have tried myself before, but it's a good way to enjoy them with that piece of it. And then also it has how you're going to actually taste them. So it gives you an idea if you want to do a wine tasting, how you can really kind of figure out to enjoy them. So this comes designed like a house. Yes, it's massive, but that's because there's 24 bottles of wine inside. So again, each one of these are doors, and you're just going to pop them open. And then when you pop them open, you're going to have your wine bottle inside. So again, this is the small 187 milliliter bottle, but it's perfect for a large glass or 2 smaller glasses. This one is El Bombero Vino Tinto, which means it's a red wine. It's from Spain. Again, not one I've had before, but one I'm super excited to try. And that's kind of the way it is for all of these. So they're all that size and shape, and they come in the little boxes. So it's a perfect way to have a wine tasting with your friends, to have a small bottle if you want to enjoy that. And again, yes, there's 24 of them, so it's kind of, you know, December 1st through 24th, But if you were to give someone this as a gift, that would make a fantastic gift. There is nothing that says you have to enjoy your advent calendar for the 24 days of December. You can do it whenever you choose to do. And sticking with the wine club theme, we have Cooper's Hawk, which is one of my favorite steakhouses, wineries, tasting, pair that wine with really good food, restaurants. And they have their own 12 bottles of wine advent calendar. And this is something that you can get at their stores as well as purchasing online. So when you open this up, you're gonna see right away that there's this gold envelope here. Don't forget about this envelope. We're gonna talk about that in just a minute. But for this one, you're gonna have the 12 days of wine that are within here. It's a holiday gift set. They don't even technically call it an advent calendar, which makes it perfect for gifting. But each one of these, you're just gonna open it up. There are 9 reds and 3 whites in this one. So we'll just open up number 7. And this one is a much larger bottle. So this is going to be something you can enjoy sharing a little bit more. This one is a Washington Red. It is part of their wine club exclusive because yes, Cooper's Hawk does have a wine club that they do as well within their restaurants that you can enjoy and partake in. So again, each one of these, this is not a small bottle of wine. It's kind of a nice little treat in there. And this makes a great gift. But then let's talk about what's in here. So when you open this up, one of the really cool things is that you also get a membership to a 3-month wine club. So you open this up, and then in here, you're gonna have the ability to scan the QR code and you activate your membership. You have to do it by October 31st of 2026 for this one. But you get a new wine every month for 3 months. There are points and rewards for purchasing additional wines. And then there's also members only experiences that you can have within their stores as part of this as well. So you can choose what it is. This is for a 1 bottle month wine club, but very, very fun to add this. You get 3, and their wine bottles are the full-size wine bottles for their wine club. So you get to include this as part of your gift, which makes it kind of that gift that keeps on giving. And I really like that piece of it. And then also in here, this goes through each of the bottles that are in here, and each one has a card with the tasting notes of what the wine is, what it's like, where it comes from, the tasting notes, personality, and then also ideas for pairing. So that is kind of a really fun addition as well. So make sure you don't ignore this gold envelope that is part of the Cooper's Hawk wine piece of things. And then this is the last one. This is the advent calendar for 2025 for Vosges, which is a chocolatier. It's Vosges au chocolat. So it's very high-end chocolates. It's based in Chicago. I used to, when I worked downtown, periodically go and treat myself by going to their store or their boutique and picking myself up just 1 truffle because that's all that you need. And now they've moved, they've got a whole bunch of different things, and this is their advent calendar that is just over the top in the best possible way. So on the side over here, this comes with a charging brick and cord because this one lights up, as you can see, and it plays music with a volume control. So you can make it louder, or you can make it softer, which is just a really, really cool experience to have. So this actually is going to be the centerpiece for my Christmas dinner, for my cookie exchange, and so forth, because this is just absolutely beautiful. And then when you actually open it up, untie the ribbons, the lights come through. So the theme is Le Jardin de Coco, so it's the chocolate garden. And then these are the wild animals who are enjoying their evening in the wild garden. On the other side, each one of these is a different box that has different kinds of materials in there. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off real fast. This is where you're gonna have each of your different chocolates for the day. Again, this is perfect for an advent calendar, but this also makes a really, really nice high-end gift. So when you open this up, pull this out, and then this is your chocolate. So you're not getting like a single tiny piece of chocolate. There are multiple pieces of chocolate in here because it's kind of meant for sharing. So that gives you one example, whoops, of what's in here. And then this is also really thick, hardcore cardboard. So this is meant for you to be able to reuse year after year. So Vosges actually also sells refills for their advent calendar. So it's the same chocolates inside, but if you have an advent calendar from previous years, you can just refill the boxes inside. And it's the exact same refills. It's just that you don't get the whole giant experience. But let's go ahead and try number 15 right in the middle, because I think, yep, that's the one that I opened up previously for you. So this has little truffles inside. Whoop. And there are a total of 3 truffles. Like I said, it's not just a tiny amount of chocolate, and this is very high end, very rich, very delicious. You can just get a sense of what they have in here so that you can enjoy this. So it's fantastic chocolate. I love their chocolate. I have a friend from Belgium from when I lived there who tasted this chocolate and then has gone home and told all of her friends about it. She had them taste it, and they didn't believe that it wasn't from Belgium and a Belgian chocolatier that had made this, because it's that good. That's not a compliment that people give lightly. This chocolate is fantastic. It's high end. It's just amazing. And they do a lot of really cool things. So this is the Vosges Advent Calendar for 2025. It's not cheap at all. It's probably the most expensive Advent calendar that I have, but it's also just a very, very cool experience for you to enjoy with the music and the lights and the keepsake amount of it. So this is my favorite holiday Advent calendars for 2025. Lots of different options. There's kids, there's food, there's chocolate, there's drinks, there's adults, there's snacks, pretty much anything that anyone could possibly want. There's an Advent calendar for you, and now you can see exactly what they look like and what they are for this year. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and otherwise subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out what's next.